So, it's making a cutting board. Noticed that all my pieces were coming out of the planer looking like they were football shaped. I don't know if you can quite see it. These are some of the remnants that were worse condition. They had an arc to them. You can sort of see it there. And unfortunately, I feel like I ruined what was left of this cutting board. I don't know if I'm going to be able to salvage any of this by cutting off the excess or not. Bit of an experiment to try and save what was left. But I've been wondering what's wrong. Is it my board setup? Is it my planing technique? And so I've just opened up the planer, taken a look in here. Got the power, it's unplugged. Looking in, this is an old Ryobi planer, and looks like, if I'm reading this right, I don't know if you can see this, looks like you can tell that the blade is already worn away in the middle, and that the blade is causing that shape. So I am taking apart the blade, and gonna do some replacement and see if that doesn't magically fix things. Okay, so I made this board the other day, and I made this from the pieces I didn't that were the least messed up. My planer blades were completely shot, and you can see how the lines are off. Things didn't align. I have here the rejected pieces. We had a whole bunch I'm gluing back together. And then these are the rejected ones, and they kind of show how warped, see how these are not squared, how messed up these pieces were. And what we're thinking to do, you want to lay them back out, hon? Is we're going to take these, since they marry up pretty square this way, we're going to glue it back together flat. Nice. We're going to glue it back together flat. Then I can run it back through the planer again to get it squared up, and then we'll glue it back in the edge grain. We're going to save this thing, and we'll get those back into the mix once all those broken pieces are dried up. We get it pretty centered. Got a little off center, but not much. The light makes it look more so.
Did I say anything without it?
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
All right, come and hold that. Here's the final product. The first board that has the crooked lines ended up pretty good. Somehow most people don't even notice that stuff doesn't align. Bugs me. Put my logo in there and filled it with black CA glue. Came out pretty nice. There's the second board, and it's made from the trash pieces reclaimed. Pretty happy with that. Ended up a little smaller because we made all the pieces smaller. This was originally, that's the same amount of slices in both boards, but after planing them thinner, didn't go as far. Pretty happy with these.